Hey, if you did an estate plan years ago, rip it up, throw it away, and do a new one. Hey, it's Paul Mauro. Let's talk about 47 tax changes in 50 years and lots of rules and regulation changes that affect your legal documents. Chapter 4 of my book on grandparenting. If you are a grandparent, this is important to you. For people that are older, you need up-to-date legal documents. And when I say up-to-date, the amount of changes that have happened in the legal world for estate planning, opportunities, and pitfalls in the last 5 years is dramatic. In fact, many of the old plans are actually not going to be helpful. They're going to be hurtful. So let's be ridiculous about this. Grab your old legal documents, take them out of the drawer. And I'm going to run through the top 5, 6 legal documents you should have. As a financial advisor, you work in the areas of risk, investment, tax, cash flow, and estate planning as a strategic tool. We're not drafts people. Financial advisors don't draft the documents, but they actually create the architecture design. So let's make the design before you go to an architect and have them start inking out a lot of pieces of paper. Number one, first and foremost, if you have a will, you must go to probate. In most states, a will is a probate action waiting to happen. You can read about wills all day long. If your estate is even moderately sized, it's not enough. If you have a very small estate and not a lot of money, okay, you can probably get away with it. And there are some states, where probate is really inexpensive and easy, but that's only like 2 states. If you happen to live in Florida, it's the worst probate state around, followed up by New York and Connecticut and Massachusetts and California. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to stay out of probate. So if you have a will, it's not enough. The second thing is you need great medical documents. Now, what does that mean? That means healthcare proxies in healthcare proxy states and living wills in living will states. And sometimes we do both, unless you know where you're going to get sick and need attention. These healthcare documents are very, very timely. They have to be fresh. They have to be up to date. They have to have the right names, the people that you're putting in charge. They have to be alive and willing and able to help take care of you if you can't take care of yourself. Healthcare documents, super important when one of your families ends up suddenly in care. Number 3, legal documents. There's a power of attorney, which is an important thing, and now they're like 10 pages long. And durable powers of attorney are important. I would say they expire. They become dated. Banks and institutions have a hard time accepting them. Redo your powers of attorney. Make them up to date. The new powers of attorney are much more detailed and comprehensive. So if you have an old power of attorney, contact your lawyer, rip it up, get a brand new one that's modern and freshly dated, as we call it. Now, next, trust documents. Trust documents are super important. They're pretty much universal in every state. That if you have a trust, you don't go to probate. If you have a will, you do go to probate. A trust document allows you to avoid the probate system legally. It allows you to transfer money to people that you care about without having to go through the filter of probate fees and charges and delays. Also for real estate. If you own real estate in 4 states, what's worse than going to probate once? How about 4 times for 4 different properties? If you put all those properties under the wrapper of a trust, you will not go to probate. So multiple homes in different states require you to have great interstate trust documents. And then most of all, I want you to pay attention to the beneficiary documents on your retirement funds at work, if you still have them, your IRAs, your 401ks, your annuities, anything with a beneficiary on it. This is really important, especially since they changed the rules on IRAs and beneficiaries, and they eliminated the lifetime stretch out. And I won't go into that today. I'm just going to tell you that if you get a free copy of this book, you can download it by going to our website. Leave us a message, free copy of Smart Financial Grandparenting. We'll email it to you. If you read this, the greatest gift that you can give your children and grandchildren is for you as a grandparent to have super up-to-date modern documents that handle things the way you want them to be handled in the most efficient way, so we don't have your assets falling through the cracks with fees and delays and expenses, okay? Reach out. If you have an attorney already, reach out to them and say, I want to update and review my documents. If you don't have an up-to-date estate planning attorney, reach out to us for a referral. We'll be happy to give you one. Subscribe to the channel, stay in touch with us, forward this to any of your over 60 friends. If you're like between, say, 55 and 75, this is kind of an important topic. Staying up to date on what your legal documents need to look like. That's just part of the art of being smart.